This month, our crisis lines will have a concerted effort in getting feedback from callers. The feedback the caller provides will give our crisis center an idea of how we're doing from the caller's perspective. Hopefully, this feedback can help us improve our services and also serve as data to show that our crisis lines are effective at helping people. Your task is to invite appropriate callers to take the survey, and with their permission, you will warm transfer the calls to an automated survey. We are conducting the survey for our crisis line, the youth line, and the parent support line. The caller must be emotionally stable enough to give consent and to complete the survey. People who might not be able to give consent include people who are experiencing a psychotic episode, someone with dementia, or someone who is highly intoxicated. Finally, we are offering the survey only in English and in Spanish. What's in the survey? The survey is an automated voice message survey where callers respond by pressing numbers on their keypad. It takes about 2 minutes to complete. If the caller hangs up before the survey is completed, we will still get the results of partially completed surveys. Now let's take a look at the survey questions. Question 1. On a scale of 1 to 5, how likely are you to call again if you need help? The callers are asked to press 1 for very unlikely, 5 for very likely, and they're given several options in between. Question 2. On a scale of 1 to 5, how connected did you feel to the counselor? This is an important question because we know that connectedness can be a buffer for suicide. We ask the callers to press 1 for very disconnected, 5 for very connected, and they're given several options in between. Question 3. On a scale of 1 to 5, how helpful was this call in reducing your emotional distress? We ask the callers to press 1 for very unhelpful, press 5 for very helpful, and they're given options 2 through 4 in between. Lastly, callers have the opportunity to leave an open-ended voice message. This is what they would hear. Thank you very much for your time and thoughtfulness. If you have any other specific comments that you would like to share to better help us to serve our community, press 1 now. If you feel you are still in suicidal crisis, please call the number you just dialed or dial 800-273-8255. Press 2 to end the call. We have had many positive responses so far, many of which are posted on the wall in the Crisis Center. We know you will find your own words when inviting the caller to fill out the survey. This should take place at the end of the call. Asking directly works well. Here are some suggestions. This month, we are working to collect feedback from our callers. Would you mind if I transfer you to a short automated survey? Sometimes, if the rapport is appropriate, you can ask in a playful way. Before we end the call, can I ask you for a favor? We would like to hear directly from our callers how we're doing. Is it okay if I transfer you to an automated survey? Callers may ask for further details. Below are some common responses. There are only 3 questions, and you answer them by pushing your keypad. You will have an opportunity to leave a voice message. The survey is automated. The counselors don't ask the questions. It is completely voluntary and confidential. The results will help our crisis lines provide the best services possible to our callers. The data will be included in the Crisis Line Year-End Report. It will be used in the Common Metrics Project Report. All 11 crisis centers in California are doing the same survey with the same questions. If appropriate, hopefully we can use the data to raise funds. Feedback directly from our callers will be very compelling. The data will be reported in a general sense. Specific counselors will not be singled out in the reports. However, if there is specific feedback that can be helpful to a specific counselor, that feedback will be shared with the specific counselor. Appropriate critical feedback would include some observation and actionable request. Positive feedback is always nice to hear, so we will definitely want to share that with folks. Rahel is now going to demonstrate how to do a warm transfer on the crisis line.
I'm glad you called. We are trying to collect some feedback from our callers. Would you mind if I transfer you to a short automated survey? Alright, great, thank you. Gonna press the line they called in from, hit transfer, dial 29, wait for it to ring once, and then hang up.
In summary, your task is to invite appropriate callers to take the survey, and with their permission, you will warm transfer the caller to an automated survey. At the desk will be a cheat sheet summarizing the information covered in this training video. We're really counting on you for the project to be successful. With your help, we'll be as happy as the adorable animals on this slide. Before you go, please enter your name in the Google form below so we know you have watched this video. Please check out the helpful tools on the right side of the screen. There's a cheat sheet for how to perform the survey as well as the most recent survey results. Thanks for being such wonderful volunteers. Cheers, everyone!